Well, hello, how are you again? I'm Jose Saldana. Welcome back to my daily devotion. And we're quickly approaching 100. I never thought I'd get this far. When I first started doing this, I wanted to keep myself on track. I wanted to make sure I was getting my Bible study in, my prayer in. I wanted to make sure I was doing the things that I needed to do, staying sharp, practicing, sharing the word. And we went from 20 to 50, and now we're approaching 100. And I hope to help somebody out, at least one of you out in a short way somehow. When I get to 100, I'm going to mix things up a little bit. I'm no longer going to do a daily devotion. I'm going to focus on more quality over quantity. So I'm going to cut back the amount that I produce, or the quantity, but I'm going to go a little bit longer, maybe a little bit deeper. And so we're going to try that out for a little while and see how that works. But today, let's go ahead and look at Romans chapter 6 and verse 22. Paul is writing. He says, "But now, being made free from sin," now he's speaking to the church, "now that you have been made free from sin and you have become servants to God, now you have your fruit unto holiness, and the end result is everlasting life." It's a choice of extremes. There is no gray area. It's dark and light, night and day, life and death, bound or free. Every decision in life would be much easier to make when you know for certain the outcome of your decisions, when you know the end result of your decisions, and how it's going to impact you and how it's going to impact everything around you, everybody around you. Would make it would make decision making a lot easier. When you look at the certainty of God's promises, you realize that we aren't always choosing our actions. We are choosing definite outcomes. I'm not just choosing my action today, my behavior today. I'm choosing my destiny. We choose certain consequences. We choose our end result. Deuteronomy in chapter 30 and verse 19. "I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Make the choice to choose life, that you and your children may live." He says, "I set it before you. Here's life on this side. Here's death on this side. Here's blessing on this side. Here's a cursing on this side. You make the choice for yourself. You choose your end result." We've all read those children's adventure or choose your own adventure children's books, and they were fun because you're more engaged in the book. I mean, it's like you're helping the author write the book. I want to dictate how this story goes. You're involved in it more. Anything can happen. The story can end any number of ways, and you might never be able to guess the outcome. They even got choose your own adventure cartoons for kids now. Your eternal existence is not a choose your own adventure game. Your eternal life is nothing to play with. The outcomes are always known. You always know the end results of your actions. Therefore, choose life. What else is there to choose? It is the only possible outcome worth choosing. God didn't say, "Hey, live your life, make your decisions, whatever you got to do, make your choices, and just hope for the best results, man. Hey, you might have life, you might have death, but just hope for the best." He says, choose your result, choose life, and live according to that desired outcome. Make life your choice, your end result, and live according to what you desire your end result to be. We have been made free from sin. The wages of sin is death. That's the payment. Like when you ask somebody, "Hey man, how much you get paid an hour? What's your hourly rate?" Those are your wages for your work. The wages, the hourly rate for sin is death. That's the final payment. There are no other possible results. It is non-negotiable. It is non-negotiable. It's like when you get your check at the end of the week or at the end of the month or every other week, and it tells you how many hours you worked, what your rate of pay is, and here are your taxes and all these deductions and whatever. And here's your final outcome. Here's your net pay. Non-negotiable. The decisions we make in our lives, if we're living a life of sin, the wages of sin is death. When we collect that check at the end of our life, it's It's not negotiable. You can't say, man, God, I know I lived this way and I was living wrong. And I know what my heart was telling me to do. And I know what my conscience was telling me to do. And I know you were moving on me and calling me and trying to get me to look a different way and live a different way. But can we just renegotiate this life of sin that I have? Can I just get a different payment? I know the wages of sin is death or eternal separation from you, but can we? It's too late. All you get is a final stub. Keep it for your own records, but it's sealed. The records are sealed. Being a servant of God is choosing life. The end result is everlasting life. And there's no fine print. There's no deception in God. It is impossible for God to lie. And just as sin has no other possible outcome but death, holiness has no other possible outcome but eternal life. So choose life. Make life your end result. God, I choose eternal life. Okay, then live this way. Do the things I'm asking you to do. Follow after my spirit when I'm leading you. Let me break down the hardness of your heart. Let me give you a soft heart and a sensitive heart, one that can hear my voice, one that's in tune with what I'm asking you to do. Let me lead you and guide you to that eternal life. And that's what he's asking of us. But the choice is yours to make.